All right. Just got back from grocery shopping, so I'm only just now looking at the screen. I saw Adam Mancini's tweet when I was on the road. Um, if I recall, let me just read what he says instead of trying to remember. Yesterday, ES lost major support, triggering shorts and largest red day of 2023 so far. That doesn't make sense. I'll get back to that in a second. 4K was key support bounce zone with 4022 first target hit overnight. So let me bring this over and increase this. 422 is here. So we didn't quite make it to 422, but we are above 4,000, and I'm guessing this trend line is the support for now. Let me take a quick glance at VIX. What would be nice is if it can make its way down here and then fall below instead of bouncing, but that's a possibility. Why it rejected here, I don't know. I have a level there. Maybe I'll slightly adjust it. Slightly, and I moved it all the way down. Whatever. All right. Let's look at things on TradingView, see if we get a better view of what's going on. I don't know if we will. Bull flag breakout. Nothing's different here. Yeah, nothing's different here. Okay, here's my question. Here's my confusion. This is the biggest red day in 2023. I don't get how that can be. We opened, maybe if you look at let me make this 515. Maybe if you're looking at from where the market opened overnight, I suppose we went from like 406 to 398. So like a 7-point move, but even then that doesn't make sense because last week we had a pretty big move. Where was it? Okay, it was the week before last. Let me make this at 10:30 so I can get there. It was this one. I don't get how this isn't the biggest move of 2020, considering that we opened, even if you don't use the overnight. Wait, not this one. This one. Even if you don't use the overnight when we were at 414 and well, whatever, it's 414 no matter what. We went from 414 when the market opened to 405 when the market closed. That's like a 9-point move. Why is this not the biggest red day of 2020? You know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. So yeah, I don't have a game plan. I'm just gonna do what I've done before. See if a 15-minute demand or supply is formed. See if it gets retested, and if it's confluent with a trend line or a support level from Adam Mancini, take it accordingly. Otherwise, I really don't know what else to do. What else? Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to see if there is any special dates coming up. Any special catalyst that might, yep, look at that. This is what annoys me. You have to look this stuff up yourself. No one is going to mention it in the newsletters or their tweets or whatever. If I'm looking at this FOMC minutes at 2 p.m., so that means it's possible the market's going to really chop until this happens. And I saw a YouTube video yesterday, I think it's from Cheddar Flow, saying that we may have more rate hikes in store, because I think the previous one or the next one coming up was supposed to be the final rate hike in anticipation of a reduction of inflation numbers, but the reductions haven't been as good as they had hoped. and there is a possibility they may increase rates even more. And of course, I would guess, of course, who knows what the market's going to do, that the market will react negatively to this. So, I don't know. But yeah, it's good. It's a good thing I checked this out. So any trading prior to 2 p.m. might be too risky. Oh, Fed Williams speech is at 6:30. Okay, so that really. And then tomorrow is jobless claims. So if this is higher, then that's good news for some reason, because more miserable the economy looks, I suppose. I don't know. This makes sense, but it's counterintuitive. I guess if there's less unemployment, more people are working, which means more people can buy things, which means inflation won't go down. But if enough people are suffering and can't buy things, then supposedly the prices of products should go down, and that should reduce inflation. But I also saw a report yesterday that was pretty scary, that 64% of Americans say they're living check to check, when more than half of America is one flat tire away, or a broken plumbing, or some unfortunate situation away from being screwed over and not being able to pay all their bills. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I'm not gonna bring this up. Um, so yeah, that's where we are right now, and it looks like overnight we formed. Uh, it looks better on ES, but two demand zones right here. But anyways, I'm not gonna hold much faith to the pre-market action. So we'll see what happens during the day. I'm probably not even gonna bother looking at the market much until after 2 p.m. So we'll see what happens. All right, a quick update. After the market opened, fake rally, drop. Looks like we created a little bit of a supply up here. But again, I'm not going to take any trades until after 2 p.m. And even then, it's probably going to be so wild and volatile. Who knows which way it's going to go? We just have to follow the price action with the levels. I see a trend line here. Let's see if we can maximize this and bring this back, maybe 1030. Nope, that's clearly not enough. Let's go back big time, 6 months. Okay. This is my best attempt at putting the trend line from October lows. I think oh yeah, it's been a long time I removed this. Okay. So, you know what's funny? We're not that far away from the January trend line that we broke out of. And if we fall back into that, I would say that's pretty bearish. So yeah, so we have two things coming up now. We have the January descending trend line and the October lows ascending trend line. That's going to be an interesting result. Let's move this back to 1.5, 115. Okay. So on ES, 4,000 was supposed to be an important level, and Adam Mancini did tweet, interestingly, that that level was lost, and that the next level up will be 3970 unless the bulls made a quick recovery, which they clearly did. This is a false breakdown, and this is his bread and butter setup. He loves these setups. And you can see here, I'm going to move this. We formed a pretty clear, I bet you this is also an hour, or at least a 30-minute. Yeah, very clean 30-minute demand zone. I'm just going to move this up here. So yeah, a very, very clean 30-minute demand zone. I'm almost willing to say if this pulls back and gets retested before 2 o'clock, it may be worth trying to take this long. What would be the target though? I would say probably the top of the bull flag, but let's go look and spy, of course. Let me adjust this higher. Okay. So top of the bull flag. Sorry, 403. Yeah, I have 404. Let's try 403. You know what? Wow, dude, my account is so sadly small, man. Let's try a 402. I don't know. I mean, it's still pretty high, but I don't know if it'll get that high, but we'll try 402 and we'll see if this pulls back. We got as low as 20. Let's see if this can pull back to about, what do you think? 30? You know what? We'll do 27. Let's see if we can get a pullback. Let's see what that would be actually, where that would be on the chart. Okay. So yeah, so about 25 will be a retest if it were to go back down there. So we'll try 25. I wonder if I should just do a buy-in instead of bothering with the alert. I feel like there's something I'm missing and I can't put my finger on it. Some obvious thing I should be looking at. And I can't think of what it is. On ES, well, I already showed that blue trend line earlier in my last video, so well, let's see if this pulls back, picks us up, and at 2 o'clock, hopefully this will rally. But you know what? This is stupid. If what I hear is true, if they're going to increase interest rates more than initially planned, then this is going to be a risky day to trade, man. With FOMC minutes. Let's see what's going on with VIX. Oh, yeah, look, check this out. Let me detach this. Let me just bring this over and maximize. So you can see here in VIX we've bounced perfectly at this price level. I really need to label these levels. It's stop being lazy. But this level is, I thickened it for a reason. And we're bouncing off here. And if I remember earlier this morning, I said what would be nice is if we were to break this level and come down, which may happen. It may happen after FOMC. This may break and it may come down to where we were yesterday. Let's see if we can find or adjust any of the previous levels. I think it's about time I got rid of this. I made breakfast and it's been sitting there waiting for me, and I'm here doing this. I'm starving. I don't know why I put that as current low. This is the current low. Let's see if, yeah, I'm just gonna add a daily here. Sorry, I'm moving so slow, but my brain, another bad sleepless night and headache, and I feel slightly dizzy. but what's new? Let's try, yeah, that works. And what was that line that I have here, price level? I mean, I don't know. Must be a daily. Yeah. Okay, anyways. Back to a 15. So yeah, we're bouncing off here, which is gonna push ES down, or in SPY, of course. So it may come back down and retest, but that would mean the 4,000 level will have been tested. Oh, I just saw something. Mm, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let me see if it also shows on. I'm seeing a sort of a descending line here, sort of a megaphone, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure what megaphones are supposed to indicate. Triangles, yes, usually are bullish, but megaphones, I don't know what that's supposed to indicate. But here's the pullback I was looking for. I don't know how low it actually got. I wonder if this is going to be one of those days where it'll come down and then come even lower than the previous price drop, yet the option will be higher in value. I don't know. I'll see if this obviously didn't go below 27 or this alert would have gone off. So I'll see how much of a pullback we get and what kind of a reaction happens when we get here. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can do. All right. Okay, I am so confused. I just finished my breakfast and I was watching the screen while I was eating. And I'm confused because I could have swore this thing was down to 27, but apparently it wasn't. It couldn't have been because this was never alerted. The lowest I think it might have gotten is maybe like 28, 29 over here. We got a little bit of a pullback, a little bit more of a pullback. In fact, the time to have gotten in was somewhere around here, 11:15. So yeah, this is as low as it got. So it's probably about 27, 28. I would be up $10 here, something. Um, and on, let me bring this over. You can see we finally broke down this price level here on the VIX. The next level I would think would be here, so this would be a good drop, or at the very least where we were yesterday. Okay, anyways. Spike down here. Yeah, as long as the bulls keep this above 4,000, this should be a good sign up until 2 p.m. After that, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm still not sure if I want to get into this play. But being that we're so close to the January downtrend line that we've just recovered, that blue trend line, I just wish this had dipped back down to 27, but of course not. Still, it's possible that when 2 p.m. hits, this thing might spike down. So, you know what? Screw it. I'll put a buy in at 26. If it pulls back a little bit, I'll get in. If not, then I'll just lose more money in my account. You know, what can I do? But it would be nice if this would dip down at or around 2 o'clock. You know what? I wonder if I should even go lower than that. What was that, 26? Let's try. You know what? Whatever, 25. We'll just It's still possible it might dip below. It might even spike all the way down. But the thing is, the volume sometimes is, even though the volatility is high, the volume is low, and it could spike and not actually even pick up my buy-in. Although I wouldn't be surprised if the FOMC minutes ends up with a bearish response, and then this just drops, and I end up losing everything. What I don't get is I have it set at 25. Oh, that's right, because of theta. That's why. If it gets back down here, that'll be 25. But when it was here before, it was probably like 29. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'll just wait and see. We still got 2 hours. You know what? That makes sense too. I should put the alert back there. Instead of 27, let's put the alert at 28, 29, I guess. Because we still have 2 hours. The thing is, let's say it does come down and fill me in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. But then just chop sideways until 2 o'clock. I'm going to lose money with theta as a result. So, in fact, interestingly, if I had gotten in down here, yes, I would be in the positive. But as long as this thing keeps chopping sideways until 2 o'clock, whatever profits I might have here is slowly going to be eaten away. So I'm going to have to wait and see what happens. Well, it looks like the only pullback that occurred was this one here. And it's I wouldn't say it's rallying, but it's slowly grinding its way up. So yeah, I wish I had gotten in here. It looks like I picked a too conservative of a number. 26, 27 wouldn't have worked. I still have no idea what number this is. Maybe the lowest it got was 30. But if I had gotten in this pullback here, whichever one of these pull back at 30, I'll be up 20 bucks right now. And I would probably happily sell at 50 and just be content with that. So, a weird tweet from Adam Mancini though. He says that we're still chopping, which I don't get. We're rising, but he says we're chopping, and everything between 4,000 and 4,020 is just noise. I mean, we're at 4,012 now, so. But yeah, I don't see any real pullback occurring here. But I'm gonna go with the original plan. If this pulls back to like 29, nope, let's try 25, 26, whatever, I don't know. If this pulls back down here, then I'll get in, but clearly I should have gotten back in when I first made my last video, or when I first made whatever video it was I made talking about this false breakdown. When my breakfast was there, that's when I should have gone long, right here, or the pullback again here. That's when I should have went long. I mean, yeah. And we still have quite a while, but before 2 o'clock comes, and that's my worry, is the fact that we're rallying now before 2 o'clock hits concerns me a bit, because I'm wondering if that means that we're just going to drop when 2 o'clock hits. So, I don't know. Just frustrated, man. I should have gotten in here when I had the chance. And if this thing pushes in a little bit higher, this is going to get to 55, so, or 60. So, but yeah, you can see on a 15-minute candle, or not through 15 to 30, this was a textbook false breakdown. Bam, recovered. And my strategy is, once the band zone is formed, get in on the pullback. Here's a perfect pullback. This is textbook what I try and trade in my demo trades, this I would have taken this. I would have jumped in here on a demo trade if I had, you know, my $10,000 account, whatever it is. I would have jumped in here long using 402. I would have gone in long anywhere back here. And I would set my target pretty much here at 400. And if it does get up there, I would predict this is going to be worth about $60. So 300, 600, $300. Boom, done. Yeah, what are you going to do? If it pulls back, it pulls back. Knowing my luck, though, if it continues to ride it like this, when 2 o'clock hits, it'll spike down. One of two things are going to happen. It'll spike down and I'll get filled, and it will continue spiking down and I'll lose a lot of money. Or it'll spike down, I don't get filled, and it will rally up and I would miss out on the rally. One of those two things are going to happen. The lower I put my buy-in, which what did I put it at? 25, 26. The lower I put my buy-in, the higher the chance that I won't get filled, obviously. The higher I put in my buy-in, if this does fall and then continues falling, the more money I'll end up losing. See how I have to find the balance there somewhere? All right, another quick update. What is amusing is to notice that there has not been a single red 15-minute candle since this little almost doji here, the pullback where I should have gotten in. And remember I said I would calculate this would be a spot to exit somewhere around here, and if it did get up here, it'll be around $60. Yeah, I was right. We peaked at about 66, it looks like. And yeah, if I had gotten into this pullback at 30 and just set my sell limit at 25, at 55, 65, 60, something like that, this would have been a good day. This would have been a good day. Oh yes, and I didn't. Well, I think I did point out that the VIX broke through that that support that it bounced from. In fact, where it bounced, let me just bring this over and then maximize this. Where it bounced, this was the pullback I was looking for. This is where I should have actually really here. This would be a spot where I should have entered on SPY to go long. I was gonna say I'm surprised it didn't go all the way down here, but it looks like this is gonna be a support. Let me see if I can find a Jesus Christ. Noise canceling headphones, and I can still hear this idiot upstairs dragging furniture. Not furniture. It sounds like she's dragging a stone statue on the floor. Just what who moves around? What possibly could a person be doing in their home that they need to move furniture around dozens of times every day? What luck is it that I have to be living under somebody so obnoxious? All right, so it looks like there's a 15-minute support here, obviously, but I don't see anything else. Yeah, this is going to be tough to... No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Let's try... No, not a... Let's try a 4-hour. Oh yeah, that's pretty clear right there. What is this? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna adjust this. I don't know what that's even for. Move this here. This is a 1 hour. Okay. So then, oh, this. Is there anything else? Just this. Yeah, this might not be the spot where it stops. Or it might, I don't know. I gotta find something. There has to be something that lines up properly. This is the closest thing here. I'm gonna rise this up a little bit. This is the closest I've got. Okay, anyways. Back to F15. No, back it up. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. We got 1 more hour to go. So I predict this is probably going to be an issue in terms of bulls going long, going higher. I can't freaking focus and talk straight at all. I know it's sad, but I just want to play some Mass Effect and then pass out and take a nap for like a half hour. And I've got to work out today. This is the first area it feels like my shoulders aren't going to crack open when I move my arms around, so yeah, God. This is Adamancini's bread and butter. The fake breakdown. And it, oh, you know what? I'm here talking about 15-minute candles. This was on a 30 this whole time. So that was a mistake. So yeah, this was the pullback I was talking about. And this is where I should have gotten in. And this, I wish I could figure out just how low this thing got. But unfortunately, this is so asinine that they do this big bulbous thing here. But anyways, I don't know how this probably got as low as 28. It's got to be where it. And that's the trick, is that when my strategy is to find the clean zones that are formed and then to get in on a retest of the zone. But figuring out where to get in on the retest is the tricky part. And there's been times where I've been not so conservative and I try and get in on the retest as soon as I can, only to have it go down more and more and more and more, and then maybe even spike a little bit lower than before. And then my choices are exit and keep your capital, or stick with the play and hope it'll bounce. But my point of view, if it goes lower than where this demand was initially created, then it's time to get out. But this was a pretty decent pullback. It didn't go all the way down. It came back just a little bit. And if I could have gotten in here at about $28, $30 and then exited up here, because now we're forming what looks like a clean supply, then that would have been around $60. It would have been 100% profits right there. And if we did this with 10 options and went along 300 and exited at 600, well, 29 and 60 or 30 and 61, then that'll be a clean $300 profit right there. That is just so good. That would be good. Anyways, if this continues to go down further, we've already formed a clean 15. If bulls can't close the next 15-minute candle above this, and if it continues to go down, then we'll have formed a clean supply right here. So I might just adjust this just for now. Actually, this is right at that supply line. If this continues to form, if this 30-minute candle, let me just show it to you. Very clean supply forming right here. So, but of course this 15-minute candle just started, so we're getting ahead of ourselves. But this would be a good time, well, up here would have been the good time to exit. Man, it would have cost my entire account, but to make 100% on what my account is would just be nice, just to be positive for once. That 1 out of 10 trades I take, that's actually positive. So anyways, 1 more hour to go. We'll see what happens. And I might just take this off. When 2 o'clock hits, I'll sit at the screen and jump in if I see an opportunity. So just as an extra slap in the face, this went up to the weekly that we had yesterday, the one that I actually was trying to take long yesterday and ended up losing money. So had I taken this long on the pullback at $30 and held it up until that point, it looks like it got as high as $75. So there we go. Interestingly, we also, uh, let me just bring this over and just increase this. We got to whatever this is. I mean, I made that large for a reason. It must have been a price level that occurred before, and I set it there, but it served as resistance overnight a little bit, and again here. So I mean, whatever that's supposed to mean. And we're approaching 2 o'clock. Let's see if there is any wild volatility here. Yep. Oh, remember I had set my buy-in at like 25. Looks like it didn't quite make it there. I guess if I had put my buy-in at 35 and the sell at 65. It's just funny though, since this is FOMC minutes, Adam Mancini said, and I thought and expected that we would have chop today. There's many reasons why it would just be chop today. We had a trend day yesterday. Usually the day after a trend day would be chop. It's FOMC at 2 p.m. and Adam Mancini said it would be, so you would think it would be chop. But instead what we had was a quick sell-off this morning, a fake breakdown on our rally up until the FOMC started. All right, I'll try and get it at 27, or maybe not. 23, 22. Is this not going to come back up? Probably. 25 it is. 24. Well, let's see if this pops back up. A nice target would be like around 60. Wow. Notice how we were at 75 here. I asked for 65 and it goes all the way up there. But hey, there's a very good chance this is just going to collapse and I'm going to lose money. Bulls needed to keep this above 4,000. So far they're doing it. Amazingly, I am technically in profits. I could sell at 55 and make 20 bucks, 30 bucks, or 20 bucks here. I'm hoping both can get this above 420, 4020, I mean. That's where they struggled last time. But I'm going to put my sell at 40. I don't want to miss any potential profits. Or I don't want to go back negative is what I mean, now that I'm in the positive. Let's see if they can push this up. Whatever. This just tells me at least I'm positive for the day. I probably should have put my sell limit lower, but I had a feeling wherever I put it, it was going to go down and reach it. Of course, now that it hit 40, oh my god, dude, 15 floors up, and actually technically 13 floors. No, it is 15. Look at that. Oh, I was saying 15 floors up and you can still hear the sirens like you're right out in the street. Yep, I shouldn't have put a sell limit. That was a mistake. I should have give it room to breathe. That is basically $20 extra I just missed out on right now, but for the rest of this day, it's going to continue going higher. What did I have it at initially? 75? No, I had it 65. Yeah, it would have reached my initial sell limit at 65 and it would have sold. I would have made 40 bucks today. Instead, I made half that. Stupid. I should not have put a sell limit. I just didn't want to go back to negative. I should have given it room to breathe and to work. I should have just kept my initial 65. That's what I should have done. Oh, man. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Anyways, I certainly got a plethora of work now just throwing in, so I guess that's going to be it. I'll update before the market closes or just after and let you know just how much money I missed out on making. I got to jump back in for a moment. Let me just switch this to ES really quick. 4022 is resistance. We spiked above, and here I could have sold again at 60. Well, no, actually it went higher than 65, but I could have sold at my original 65 target. It fell back down, and I thought, uh-oh, if 4,000 gets tested again, but this, I don't know if you can call this a false breakdown. No, this is not a false breakdown, but the bulls clearly stepped in and powered this back up. And the irony is, I have just enough money in my account, or if I had put a buy order here, or if looking on SPY, which is what I would normally be looking at, if I put it here, I wouldn't have been filled. If I had put it slightly above, yeah. Let's put this on the 30. I'm starting to think if I do this 30-minute, I should probably do, yeah, look, it's slightly above where it came back before. So I know with MK strategy, when you have a minor supplier demand, you do a 5 cent. Major supply and demand, you do a 10 cent. So here it's at 39, so you would put this at 49, right? I'm beginning to think that if you have a 30-minute demand, you should do like a 20 cent. So if it's 39 here, we should go to 59 here. That might be what I might start doing that when I see a 30-minute demand. I might do a 20 cent or even 25 cent buy-in, and then yeah, then I could have put my buy-in here, hoping it would pull back this far. And let's see, on the 15, and the 15, it didn't do it in this one, but this one it certainly did. It pulled back far enough that I could have got scooped in here at 12, 13. I actually have $13 in my account right now. I could have got picked up here, and if this pushes its way back up to 400, which is equivalent to 4022 on ES, that's another, what, 20 bucks I could have made today. So yeah, this is an interesting trading day. I like it. This is well, it's nice when the bulls kick in when you're going long. Um, I suppose if you are a bear today and you're hoping this would fall, this isn't nice. But I suppose you could have got a nice scalp here or a nice scalp from here this morning. So yeah, that's just my update. I gotta finish this. Okay. As you can see, bulls are trying with these spikes. They're trying to keep this above 4,000. They are doing it so far, but it looks like they really are struggling. Nonetheless, I want to point this out. We had a clean 30-minute demand form here and a good follow through. Then a clean 30-minute supply form here with this spike above, which was probably going to be a fake breakout if we put this on a 5-minute. Yeah, it's just a big long wicks. So if you had taken this short, if you had seen this and said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take this short, being that this is a weekly support, now resistance, let's just see out of curiosity what that would have looked like as a put at 400. Wow. At one point, you could have gotten in here in the low, well, I don't know, no, I couldn't have gotten in. I wouldn't have enough money in my account to get in here. Let's say I chose 398 then. Yeah. I mean, if I didn't take it long and I decided to only go short, this would be a spot where you can get in 20 and up to 70. Wow. Man, again, if I had, $10,000 on my account and take a couple $100 short here, or $300, whatever, short here, and then sell right here at this support, man, it's 500 bucks there from here to there. 300 bucks is somewhere in between. But if this does end up breaking and falling, it's going to fall hard, because the next level is not until 3970, so that's 20 points down on ES, about 2 points down on SPY. So we may end up falling down to 396, or maybe, I guess, really probably to here, maybe, I don't know. But I just wanted to add that. That was interesting. Weekly support here. I have a level there on ES. I should label it. It's probably a weekly, considering how thick I made the horizontal line. But yeah, this is an interesting day so far. And tomorrow's jobless report, unemployment, whatever. I'm curious how that's going to work out. So yeah, just a quick update. All right, I just got back from a pretty good workout, surprisingly, and nothing really changed much from when I left, which was right about here. I was seeing these dojis being formed, but bulls managed to hold at this support. Let me increase. I know it's a mess, I'm sorry, but this is a support from the October low for SPY. Let's see what it looks like on ES. ES, this is the support I have here with this particular trend. You can kind of see the similarity. So I don't know. What does this mean? I mean, the way I trade, significantly, I'm more interested in just looking for the supplies and demands and just taking the scalps. But the old school supply and demand. I learned from Carmine Rosita, whatever his name is, this is a clean demand zone, daily demand zone right here. But for us to reach this means we'll have to break past the January 22 descending trend line, and of course these two lines. And that system hasn't worked in a while, so yeah, who knows? Overnight they might recover. Maybe tomorrow's unemployment might give some bullish hope, and maybe we might get back into the bull flag. I don't know. But from what I remember, maybe I'm wrong, I think March is a bearish month. Um, I could have swore that's what it is, but I'll look into it tomorrow. But this video's gonna be too long and submitted very late, so that should be enough for the day.